YPO Inspire is an initiative across all networks and chapters that wants to inspire members to create a positive impact while doing business. We are proud to present members who already have started their journey. With intelligent solutions, hard work, enthusiasm and passion, they contribute to a world where all life thrives. Lean back and let their passion ignite your flame for impact. Making an existing business more sustainable in a highly regulated market is not an easy feat. Simon Michel has dared to initiate this process and is continuously working to expand it. As CEO of Ipsomed, a medtech company based in Switzerland, he has realized that the transition to a more sustainable focus doesn't only help to win new partners and clients, but also attracts better talent and investors. He prefers to be a pioneer than a laggard. And that will probably pay off. Simon is CEO and board member of Ipsomed, member of the Swiss Cantonal Council, co-founder and investor of different startups in the medtech industry, and sits in different boards of directors. Simon Michel is accompanied by his wife Monika Vollmer. She is working at Sagana, a company that finds, invests in and grows purpose-driven companies that combine attractive financial returns with positive social and environmental impact. She is an impact investor herself and very involved in various projects that aim to create awareness and help companies and individuals generate more impact.
Hello, my name is Monika Vollmer.
And my name is Simon Michel. We are members of the YPO Chapter Zurich, and we are thrilled to share our impact story with you today.
Do you mind if I start?
Sure, go ahead.
Thank you. I studied business administration and worked for 20 years in our family business. We designed and traded merchandising products, and our clients were the big corporates and small enterprises in Switzerland. I remember when I first visited our suppliers in China. I was shocked. When I went into the production and I saw the conditions where these people had to work, when I was breathing this dirty air and I saw the brown rivers, I couldn't believe that we did produce this way. But when I was talking to others, they all told me, oh, this is normal, this is the status quo. And I kind of forgot about it. It was only about 10 years later that I started questioning this again. The how, the what of our business. And was it really necessary to produce, to have this exploitation, this waste, this pollution, just to produce goods that people often don't need? I was not sure. And when it came to the succession planning of our family business, I decided to resign and look for something else, something more purposeful that made me kind of happy with work. And as I consider myself a social person, I engaged in different projects with homeless people and with refugees and supported them.
Yeah, but I remember this didn't really fill her out. It was, not all, there was more she wanted. So can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, I found out that I really missed the business focus. I studied business administration, so I had to start looking again for something that could unite business and impact. And then I had a conversation with an old friend. He was working in the impact investing advisory business. And there I found what really thrilled me. We found a startup, a young company, working in the fashion textile industry. And with their new technology of dyeing garments, they have the potential to revolutionize the whole textile industry. They do the dyeing with 0 toxic chemicals and with a reduction of energy and water up to 75%. So we invested in this company, and there the whole journey started. I started working in this company. I engaged in other organizations like Impact Staat, like YPO. We are now doing this YNG Impact Academy. And of course, I integrated this whole sustainability aspect into our daily lives. So I tried to reduce all the single-use plastic. We changed our energy sources, transportation, and of course, food waste and the whole way we consume food.
Yeah, I remember well. She really made me eat those meat alternatives. It was a challenging time.
And we still have quite a lot of meat in our fridge, I must say. And yeah, we have a little bit different attitudes. So for me, it's starting at our daily life. And for him, it's different. So what you do really great, you integrate impact into your businesses. And I must say, his impact is probably bigger than mine. But tell yourself your way, how you integrate business and impact.
Sure, yes, I'll try. So Ypsomed, we are a family-owned medical device company here in Switzerland, employing roughly 2,000 people. And we develop and manufacture devices for injection and infusion purposes of liquid drugs, such as insulins. Over 10 million people worldwide use our devices every day, and we help them to make their condition a smaller piece, a smaller burden of their lives. We manufacture products like this insulin pen. It's single-use plastic devices that are used once and then thrown away. And this made us change. It made us rethink it and go for a lower carbon footprint.
But what made you change? What was this key element, or what were the drivers for this change?
So it really came from all kind of angles, from customers, from politics, from employees. I read around 7-8 years ago in blogs already that people are not happy by throwing away those devices each and every time. They wanted to reuse them. They thought, oh, so much plastic. And politics. I'm sitting in the state parliament for 5 years now, and I realize how much greener the topic gets. It's about decarbonization of the society. It's about photovoltaic, about changing in energy consumption. And probably much more important is employees. Our employees work for a company that has a purpose. We help people in need. But they also want to know how we do it. Do we do it correctly? Do we do it purposeful, the right way?
But you tell now these purpose and that you changed, but can you tell us what concretely you did? What were the measurements? What were the actions you took? Tell us a little bit more about that, because it's very interesting.
Yes, indeed. It's a challenge to bring all carbon out of such devices. So first of all, we did low-hanging fruits. We were changing all fossil energies. So we got rid of the gas and oil by reusing our heat that we use from our factories. So our machines, over 400 assembly lines, generate a lot of heat. We use it for heating. That was low-hanging. And then we hired a company called South Pole. Their CEO, by the way, is a YPO member here in Switzerland. A great company. And they did a overall materiality analysis by talking to stakeholders, not just customers, employees, but also politics, the whole environment. Ask them what is really, really important. And one element indeed was the decarbonization of our company. So they measured together with our experts our global carbon footprint. And we know now that our global carbon footprint is roughly 100,000 ton CO2 equivalents per year. That's a lot of carbon that we pollute every year because of using such material. Because it's the material. Only 4% is from traveling and energy here. The majority, what we found out, is actually the granulate in these devices. And the way we do it, do we recycle, do we take products back? So we have started to hire material scientists. We have started to implement eco-design guidelines, which is quite a challenge, you know. People now have to think, not just to develop around patents, but also to actually develop in a way that you can recycle it again, that you can reuse the material again. It's a totally different, quite challenging approach. And we started to educate our clients to also be open to change material. That's in medical devices quite a challenging thing because it's all medical grade material. Once it's FDA approved, it takes a long time to change. But we take this time and we start to substitute with biopolymers and new material with a much lower carbon footprint. And what Ypsomed has achieved is to actually offer a so-called zero option. We now have the first carbon net zero medical device here in our hand. So it's a insulin pen that has zero carbon in it, and it really made, you know, it was a big announcement out there, and it gave us a big advantage versus competition. And we actually can charge a premium. We call it the zero option. We can charge more money for a carbon net zero device, and this was extremely motivated. So we first tried to substitute, and then we do compensation with some certificates. But we try to do substitution by signing the SBTi, the Science-Based Target Initiative. It's clear that you first try to reduce and then compensate. So that's basically our journey.
Wow. And it's really great because this is also an advantage, as you mentioned. So it's not only good for the environment, it's also good for business. And this is actually our journey. So what we did not change our whole lives, but we tried to bring impact in business, in our private life. We try to engage, and it's so important that you talk about it, that we have sometimes discussions and even we argue, but this is important because you have to critically challenge all the new things that come up. There is a lot of greenwashing, and it's important that you engage. You ask yourself, what can you do? And you just make the best out of it. And you learn, and you grow, you evolve. And this is just a fantastic journey. So thank you for listening, and goodbye.